The community creature vote is back for Ark Survival Ascended. This time for the Valguero map. The entry period for the creature submission ends at 1 p.m. Pacific on February 20th. The voting will begin at 1 p.m. Pacific on February 21st and end on February 28th at 1 p.m. The winner of this creature vote will be announced in the community crunch on February 28th. The guidelines for the creature vote include one thread per creature. If someone already has made a thread with your creature suggestion, feel free to upvote that thread instead of posting your own. It must be a real world extinct, prehistoric creature. Developers are disqualified from posting their own ideas. Supplemental information is preferred. To participate in this creature submission votes, you have to register an account on survivetheark.com and be a regular member of the board, which requires 6 posts. Submitters are only eligible to win the creature vote once. Non-winning finalist submitters are still eligible to win the creature vote. Posts will no longer merge with similar submissions. The top 10 creatures will be selected from the top 10 upvoted creatures for a second round of voting using ranked vote. Now that we've covered some of the basics, let's go check out one of the creatures. All right, let's take a look at the Aerotitan. As of the recording of this video, this had 214 upvotes, and it was submitted by Maximus Sergio 22. This is the stalking as Dartchid. The stalking flyer. All right. That is an interesting piece of art. That thing looks terrifying. The purple eyes. Oh yeah, that'll be fun to see at night. The stalking as a Dartchid, living near or in tundras. It's got huge control over its aerial movement in the air itself, while also carrying an ominous vibe to wherever it goes. Ominous. Yeah, I mean, look at those eyes. Yeah, that is terrifying. Dossier at the end. Let's go over the abilities. It'll have a regular bite, low damage, and a fast attack. Wind slap. By holding left click while flying, the Aerotitan can cause its wing to knock back creatures far away with wind. It is also able to deflect projectiles. By doing this ability while gliding, Aerotitan will send a bigger wind wave, which deals more knockback. Grab. It is able to grab creatures up to a woolly rhino size, 375 drag weight. That's pretty big. All right. If you grab a creature, then proceed to glide straight down to the ground, Aerotitan will cushion its fall with the grab target, dealing nice. So it has a slam attack. That's really fun. See, air hoops. While pressing C, Aerotitan will do small Pteranodon spin. This gives Aerotitan a big speed boost and leaves Tropio-sized air hoops behind it. When creatures go through these hoops, they become as fast as Aerotitan. If the creature's already as fast or faster than Aerotitan, it will simply get a speed boost. I mean, not really a fighting ability, but surely it's a fun ability. If you are having a bunch of flyers follow you, you can do this and hopefully they get a speed boost, and then you can give your whole tribe a speed boost when you're up in the air. Take off, hold space. All right, yeah, space is just basic flyer, take off and land. A bad omen. If you press C while on the ground, Aerotitan gets on its hind legs and uses the eyes along its wings to inflict a bad omen upon its target. This effect will give short sight and hide the player's HUD, or completely negate any aggro on wild creatures. This ability is closely tied with the tracking ability, which will be mentioned later on. This effect works on any creature, and it is not a fear debuff. and negates aggro. Okay. The tracking. When Bad Omen is applied to a creature, it will be marked for tracking as Aerotitan is able to smell their fear from anywhere across the map. By accessing a HUD from the radial wheel, you're able to track a specific creature. If you track 4 creatures of the same species, you'll be able to track any member of that species. This gives you an estimated level range and area of creatures on the map as to not make it too OP and a little literal radar tracking. I'm not sure how useful that would be. You'd be able to track any member of that species. So I guess if you're out taming and you're finding something specific, you hit 4 things, low level, you don't want to tame those, so you just fly around the map following the trackers to see when you can find that level you're looking for. So maybe good for taming. And it's limited to just one species. So that's, I don't know, kind of neat. I'm sure that could be useful. Passive abilities, gliding. Aerotitan is able to glide like other flyers. I wish all flyers could do gliding, but we're never gonna get that because wildcard won't. Just because that doesn't give them any payout. By latching onto knocked out creatures, your Aerotitan will defend it. This will make the Aerotitan perch over the creature and inflict a fear debuff to nearby creatures over time. The closer you are, the faster your fear rises. This is done in order to keep all creatures away from the knocked out creature. That is a beautiful ability. Just saying that is great. Like if you were going to tame this thing, that would be the reason that you tame it. You pair that with the tracking, and this is your taming buddy. You don't need a what is it? A trap around this thing. You just post up your Aerotitan, and you're good. That's awesome. Respawn saddle. Aerotitan has a coffin. The Aerotitan has a coffin strapped to its saddle, which works as a respawn point. I think that's hilarious. Not a bed, not a bedroll, not a sleeping bag, a coffin. Because for some reason, this bird knows that you're gonna die. Uh, Taming method. To tame it, you must deflect its wing slaps to get him grounded, then feed and repeat the process. Deflect. It doesn't tell you how to deflect. Okay. I mean, maybe a shield, but I don't think I've seen a size comparison, so we don't know how big this is. Oh, I just have to keep going down. This is size comparison. Smaller than a Quetzal, boasting tracking and good movement capabilities. Meant to move big armies of flying creatures with its air hoops. So smaller than a Quetz, but we don't know how much smaller than a Quetzal. I like the way that they drew this, how it stands. I really don't like how the Quetzal stands. But with the platform saddle, it makes sense. But with this, it's probably not going to have a platform saddle. So the way that it stands upright like that, I think that looks really good. So we'll go ahead and get into the dossier read. Overseeing the cold force and tundras of the Ark, Aerotitan Corvus Ventus is a powerful Azardarchid, able to control wind to its need, flapping its wings to create huge wind streams that will knock you around or spinning around and creating wind vortexes to give you that little edge in speed your creatures needed. I've seen many tribes use Aerotitan for its amazing traversal capabilities and the ability to smell fear from across the entire island, making it perfect for tracking wild creatures. On top of that, Aerotitans are smart enough to be taught to defend specific creatures when they are unconscious, making for extremely effective taming wardens, scaring away any would be predators coming near its sleeping friend.